Hello everyone, and welcome to my next lesson on the fundamentals of CorelDRAW. We'll be talking about specifically the tools used in CorelDRAW. Alright, in the previous lesson we talked about the parallel dimension tool and the connector tool. It says that the parallel dimension tool is used to draw parallel or slanted lines, and the connector tool is used to connect two objects. So in this lesson we'll be talking about the shadow tool. See, shadow tool. So as the name implies, shadow tool is used to apply shadows behind, below, or inside objects. So let's say if I draw a box, I draw this box, a rectangle, and I give it a red color. It already has a black outline. Let me remove the black outline. So if I want to remove my outline, I'll just simply right click on this white place. See, the outline has been removed. So now if I want to give this box a shadow, just go to my shadow tool. Now drag from any side. You can see it. And that's given a shadow. I can zoom it on this line. I can still drag it to make it darker. See, I can drag it to the ending to make it darker. But you know, as a shadow is not really that dark. Let's say like this is okay for a shadow. So I can change the color. I just simply click on this box, come here and give it any color I want. Let me say I can give it a blue shadow. You can see I give it a yellow shadow. Let me say blue matches more with red, so I'll give it a blue shadow. I can also come here and change the type of shadow I want. Can make it add and say it changes. Can make it be colored. Can give it a hue shadow. Can give it saturation. So I can come here and just like give the different kinds of shadow I want. So I'll just put it on normal. Normal is the one that we usually use. So I can come here, can give the shadow, so I can turn it to a Gaussian blur. Gaussian blur is like it's not be blurry. As you can see, I can make it to be inside. So instead of the shadow being outside, it's now be inside of the box. Can put the shadow in the middle. Can put the shadow on the outside. So as you can see it now, this covered the whole rectangle. Since I put the shadow on the outside, I can put it on average. So normally it was on average, so I leave it like that on average. So these are like clearly the things you can do with shadow tool, just simply to give it shadow. So if you look at the shadow tool, there's a drop down arrow where you have other tools. So let's go to the contour tool. So this contour tool is used to apply a series of concentric shapes that radiate into or out of an object. So let me say if I draw a circle, give the circle a color blue, remove the outline. I want to use this contour tool. As I've selected the contour tool now, if I zoom it in, you see a node at the top of this circle. So it's from this node I'll start dragging. I'll drag it down, don't make it a little too much, just small. So as you can see it's already giving the blue circle a black circle from itself. This is just basically the use of contour. So I can use it on any shape. I can use it on this shape. So far it gives a node. I'll just simply drag from the node. It's already giving me. I can drag it. I can come here, click on this white line and drag. You can see it now. This is very amazing. So now this looks like a passageway. So I can still use the white line to drag it further, or I can drag it backwards. So as you can see it, so you can use this thing to create an amazing design in CorelDRAW. So I say CorelDRAW is very nice. So if I go to the next tool under the shadow tool, I have my blend tool. So my blend tool blends objects by creating a progression of intermediate objects and colors. So let me say if I draw another circle, and I draw a circle inside it, and I give this smaller circle a yellow color. I remove the outline. I give this bigger circle a green color. I remove the outline. So remember, if you want to remove outline, you just right click on this white place. So I can increase this one a little. So now, to show the use of the blend tool, if I want to blend these two objects, I can click on this first place. Now drag from this node. You can see it now. The yellow has blended with the green. I can come here and increase it. I can change the orientation of it. I can increase it further down. So you can see it now. I'm already blending the green and the yellow circle. See what it's now turning into. See the way it's blended perfectly and smoothly. So this is another nice tool in CorelDRAW. You can see it now. You can already make a good design out of this tool, and even this contour tool. It's very amazing. So let's go to the next tool under shadow tool. We have this distort tool. So the distort tool transform objects by applying push and pull, zipper or twister effects. So let me say if I draw a triangle, rectangle, let me draw a circle because this tool fits more on circles. I can draw a circle, I can give it a red color, I can remove the outline, I can even leave the outline safe. Now click on my distort tool. So you can see it now, it's really giving me a node. So remember, all these tools is from the node that I start dragging. See, this contour tool gave me a node, the shadow tool gave me a node that I started dragging from, the distort tool gave me a node. So I'll drag from this node. You can see it's already distorting the shape of the object. Who knows what this shape will come out to be, but it's just like an abstract shape. So but either way, is just for learning purposes, just showing you the uses of the tool. So you can see it now. You can create an amazing shape from this. Let me see if I try the rectangle tool and I use the distort tool and drag from this node. You can see it now. It really gives me a nice arrow, nice looking arrow. So going to the next tool under the shadow tool, we have the envelope tool. So this envelope tool changes the shape of an object by applying and dragging the nodes of an envelope. So to demonstrate it, I'll draw another box. I don't need to even put color, just leave it like that. Simply click on the envelope tool. So just as the same as other tools, it gives nodes. See different nodes on it. So I can drag from any node. See it shaped the way it changed the shape. So since it's an envelope tool, from the name implies envelope, I can make it look more like an envelope. I can drag it from here, drag it from here. So like from any side I want to drag, I can even drag from here now. So the curves are more like the curves of an envelope. So that is simply what this tool does. So going to the next tool, you have the extrude tool. I really love this tool. So the extrude tool apply 3D effects to objects to create the illusion of depth. So you can see, I've heard about 3D designs, how nice they are. So with this tool now, you can give your design a 3D effect. Let me see if I type this CorelDRAW. I give it my best font, my copper black font. Give it my best font, copper black. Bring it to the center. Can change the color. Let me give it yellow color now. and I go to my extrude tool, I want to give this text a 3D effect. So I'll just simply drag from any of these nodes. So you can see it gave me nodes. One is the first node, the second node, the third node, the fourth node. Gave me series of nodes. So I can drag from any node. You can see it. I can drag it to whichever side I want to drag it to. So you can see now. So this, I can change the color of it. I can come here. Let me say if I want to drag it this way. So once I've done it, I'll go to my pick tool. So if I want to change the color, I'll now right click on my mouse on any color I want to give it to. Right click on this green. You can see it now. The outline is green, the body is yellow, and inside it gave the text a 3D effect. So this is one nice thing about the shadow tool, the extrude tool, sorry. So I can come here to the extrude tool, give it different orientations, and give it this kind of orientation, give it this kind. So that is just the use of this extrude tool. Is a very nice tool. Then coming here, you have the block shadow tool. So the block shadow tool is just like the shadow tool. It is to apply vector shadows to objects and text. So you know the shadow tool now does not really give your object a 3D effect, but this block shadow tool is giving your object 3D effect while applying the shadow on it. So let me give you a demonstration. If I type the CorelDRAW again, type CorelDRAW, and I click on my block shadow tool. So just the same as the extrude tool, you gave me nodes. So I can drag from any node to this place. So let me first of all change the color of this text. It will look more obvious when I use the block shadow tool. So I select the block shadow tool, I drag from any place. So I drag it to this place. You can see it now. It gave the shadow, but the shadow is like giving the text a 3D effect too. That is the use of this block shadow tool. A very nice tool. So I can come here and change the color. So I can give it a blue color, can give it a white color, can even come here, give it a green color. Just select a green and come here, change the kind of color I want to give it to. So this shadow tool and its subsections are one of the best tools in CorelDRAW. In fact, to me, they are the best tools in CorelDRAW, because when you use a combination of these tools, you can get and create a very nice design with like creative ideas. You can use it to create good and amazing designs. So if you enjoyed this lesson, please do like, subscribe, and share. You can also comment. And thank you guys for watching this lesson, for staying tuned to this part. Thank you guys, and stay tuned for my next